body.
Yep.
And
makes sense. But we might.
so, yeah. If I lean forward, you can't see Lindsay because she goes into
Shadow mode.
total eclipse of my dark. So, hey, everybody. And by everybody, I mean no one's watching yet.
That's all right.
Yeah,
We're here.
that's how
We're
lives work.
somebody.
That's how lives work. It's fine. So, how is it going? I might adjust that light. How's it going? Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Hi, Friday noon 30 live RV Small Talk podcast. Just a minute.
How's it going, PJ?
Going just great. You having a little snack there before we get started? I hope everybody else is grabbing their lunch. We can all have a snack and a drink together.
Well, I'm out now because I just peeled the orange and then I had half of it in my hand and then I threw the other half in the trash can without even... I meant to throw the peel away, but I just threw the orange away.
Well, I think we have one or two more after this is over. That happens to me too. So we're going to talk about mods today, but we thought of all kinds of things that we see here that people do. So it's kind of a varied list. It's not just strict mods.
Okay, we got two people watching.
Do you change our lighting so we look more beautiful?
No, I moved it so I am less likely to cast a shadow if I lean forward.
Oh, we wouldn't want Lindsay to be in the dark.
Oh, she often is.
No, I know.
Okay.
What's happening?
All right. I digress. You digress. We're all digressing. Wait, you're going to take my list? She printed a list for all of us.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me go get your list.
Oh, I have a list too.
I don't know what I did with my list.
Sounds probably.
Kaylin worked so hard.
We need to use.
Hey y'all, we have Caitlin now, and she is so amazing and so helpful in keeping us organized.
Okay.
That we don't even know we're organized.
So what we're talking about is what people come in and they bring up to us, whether they want to do it themselves or what they would like us to help them to do. Mods,
Right.
changes to their RVs, their trailers, their truck campers, you name it. So we thought of things that we've heard recently and things that are just like, you will always hear these things. Like, I'll throw out my first example. Mattresses, or at least some form of mattress cover or something like that. That's like on a list. It's always on the list.
How many people sit down on the bed and then they lay down and they're like, I need a different mattress.
Right. And I'm not saying that with the mattresses that come with your typical RV these days are not better than the old springy ones that came in RVs years and years ago. They are better, but they aren't even close to the comfort of your home mattress.
Well, we have all become mattress snobs, right?
Exactly.
All of us.
But that's one of the mods that we hear of the most. People ask over the counter, where do you get a mattress? Can we source them? So we have some ideas, but
Why don't we sell mattresses?
because we're not a mattress firm.
Oh, okay.
Well, we do sell mattresses. We can order them because we got stuck on. We're jump starting with mattresses because a lot of them are RV queens, which means they're probably
Different size.
60 wide and 76 long. And they're 76 long because 80, which is the standard queen, is too long. So that's a question that we always try to bring up, or an answer we bring up, particularly when we do the walkthrough videos.
There are
This one
companies-
is a true queen
yeah.
that's 60 by 80, so you can replace it with anything, or you need a special size mattress or a corner cup mattress. And there are places where we can order
Yeah.
those
There's
at
companies
different
online,
levels.
and you could actually. There's actually companies online you can order your exact specifications.
Oh, absolutely.
Down to the inch.
Now you pay for it.
Yeah, like I want a 2-inch by 78-inch mattress.
I mean, 2-inch, that's a little extreme.
For a
I
worm?
really don't
For
know
my
that
pet
that
snake.
can be
A
done.
mattress for a worm.
That's right. A pet snake loves it.
So, mattresses is one of the big things. Now, we have our list broken up into decorative, mechanical, and digital.
Can I say hi to Gary
So
Vincent?
you can say hi to
Okay.
Gary Vincent. Hi, Gary Vincent.
All right, Galveston, KOA. Very nice. For the 10th and 11th. That's today and tomorrow.
All right.
Ooh,
Very good.
Galveston. That's
I
fun.
bet the weather's nice.
I've been thinking about my next beach trip. It's got to get on the calendar.
Yep.
So
Well, we've talked about that once before this week, about how you have things on the calendar and other people at the table don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna berate you two about that again for at least another 48 hours.
Okay, we get 2 days off. Gary, I'm glad you're camping. So where do we start? Do we start with the decoration stuff, or
Honestly,
with the actual guts of it?
Yeah, I think the guts of it, because that's what people have the most difficult stuff. They come in and they kick stuff around with us on the decorative stuff, but generally people know how to decorate, or at least give it their best go on their own. Stuff that comes to us is going to be the mechanical or the digital.
And that's
side of
stuff that I think is important to talk about, because maybe you guys haven't thought of it. Like, the first thing on our list is keyless entry.
Right.
They just upgrade their door handle so it's keyless. So, if you lose your key or you don't have it, you can lock it and unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything starts downloading at once.
You know what I think is
does.
eventually we're to get to the point where RVs have the same sort of door handles as Teslas, where it's really, if you have your fob or whatever in your pocket, you just go touch the handle and it gets. I mean, it's going to go that way. Give it some
Right.
time.
Right.
But right now, I will say, upgrading your door handles, whether it just be for the keyless component or the punch code, is worth it to me.
I think so too, and I think it's different than a car. You always have your keys in your pocket when you go to get in the car. But if you want to go out for a hike and you're camping, I don't want to carry my keys. What if I lose them? I just
Well,
want to
don't do
punch
that.
in a code.
Aw, good to see you too.
And we'll see you soon at the rally, the
I
Texas
hope,
Tiny Trailer
yes.
Rally.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So I think keyless entry is cool.
And some people don't actually upgrade just for the keyless entry. We have a display out here, and I've actually been eyeing it for my trailer. There's like a super robust entry thing, and I don't know why I think it's so cool, but it's just so
Yeah.
much steel.
And it's a different handle application, so you don't have that
very
little...
satisfying. Sometimes it's about that, something that's
just
just
love a
satisfying
better
and
gadget.
robust. Yeah.
Lindsay, do you ever dream about a keyless
No,
entry handle?
I don't
How
care.
about a robust
I don't
handle?
either.
No,
I don't
I'm
either.
good.
But
No?
anything that saves me from getting in and out if I don't have my keys with me, I think is a plus. What about propane? A quick connect on your propane.
Okay, so this one I have heard, and there's kits and all that, but I really suggest having someone in a shop who's trained on propane to do this work. But if you want an extra, let's say your trailer doesn't have an outside gas port,
The nerve.
install one. If you want to relocate it, if you want to, it's not that big a deal. Have one installed, and you can have your fry pit. You can have your Blackstone, you name it.
Yeah. But they also have a way that you can do that off of your propane tank
Straight off.
and add a kit
Straight
right
off.
there on your propane tank.
But if you wanted it in another spot, like if you want it on the other side of the trailer, it might be easier just to add another one than to split it off.
Yeah, that way it's permanently piped, so it can be done. And I think that's maybe a
It's a
worthwhile
mod we see. Yeah, add one.
Yep.
What about power fans? My goodness, everybody wants. It's either the two big brand names are Fantastic Fan or Fantastic Vent. Fantastic Fan is kind of like Kleenex. That's what
Right.
it's.
Right.
It overtook the whole genre, but there are different. It is a brand name, but people love those big power fans. They're like attic fans. They move all the air in your camper.
My favorite way to use a nice power fan in my trailer is to open up all the windows and have it pull air in through the windows and out the top. Because I'm usually camping in a place that is pretty warm.
A lot of people are real surprised too on how much those cost, because those power fans can be like $700 or $800 installed.
Jeez, really?
If you get one with the rain sensor, so it closes
And
if
the
it starts to
remote,
rain, and
yeah.
the remote, and it can be pricey
Yeah.
to
I mean,
have that
what do you
done
think?
by
Anything
a
that has a
shop.
circuit board built in these days, and
I
they do.
guess.
They have
I
all those
guess.
sensors.
So those are cool. And while we're talking about fans, one of the biggest things we see too is the Max Air covers. Those big plastic covers. Because no matter what you have there, if it doesn't have a rain sensor and it's open, you may want to be sure that, it's got that cover on it
Sure.
so that you can leave it open.
Sure, that's the
And
thing
no
that
rain,
looks like a big
no
shark fin
bugs,
from the
nothing
side.
can get in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, and those are inexpensive.
yes.
Now, on a basic one, it's about $100 to have that added, and that's really cool. If you just want to leave it open, even if you have a rain sensor, you want to be sure nothing gets in there. And there's also the sun is so hard on those covers. If you have a Max-Air cover, it's a much stronger plastic, so that if you want to leave it open when it's in storage, it doesn't break or deteriorate when you're not looking.
Yeah.
So those are kind of boring, but
Okay. Well, let's talk about what's next.
Solar panels.
Obviously,
Oh
this
my
one
gosh.
this one's coming up so much. Solar panels, and they still aren't a very cheap thing to upgrade.
Hi,
But
Dana.
man, the things that you can do, if I just want at very least I've considered putting just one small panel on my trailer just as a maintainer.
yeah.
Because it does that beautifully.
Yeah, do you guys have solar panels? Everybody seems to want and need a solar panel.
Not me.
If you're always in a campground,
She is a little scared of the sun in general, so
then what do you think the percentage is between people who want a solar panel on the roof or a portable one that you just plug in so you can camp in the shade and put your solar panel out in the sun? What percentage do you think that is?
70-30.
roof install versus portable.
Yes.
I think that I agree with that, but we tend to talk a lot of them into the virtues of
Portable.
portable because you don't have to use as much fan or anything. You're not worried about power as much if you're under a tree getting shade. And so that's what I use for my trailer when I'm camping is the portable.
Yeah, I think something about just having it on there and not something else to carry or
Yeah.
pack or set up just leads people to roof solar panels.
Granted, I get it. There's an aspect of camping that is the lazy factor. We want to relax and we don't want to deal with gadgetry and all that. I get it. And so yeah, install them. Sure.
Hey, I just want to park in the shade. When we're in Texas and it's summer and it's 110 degrees, I just want to park in the shade.
Considering what people want to do with solar and lithium ion and inverters, you start getting to the territory where you want 400, 600, 800 watts of solar. That's when it's hard to do the portable ones. The portable dealing with
Set up like a
400
small solar
or
grid
more
on the floor.
watts of solar. That's a bit
Okay,
much.
good point. I mean, when you get to a huge amount. Wasn't it fun when we were at the part show when we got to see something that's not out yet that is a design of an awning?
Ooh, I've never heard of an awning. Tell me about this design of an awning.
He's making fun of me. Design of an awning.
I am in awe of this.
Ning.
Ning.
Anyway, made up of solar panels. So there.
It's a
Very
awning
cool.
that is comprised completely of solar panels.
Right.
It folds up. It attaches the same way. It looks like an awning, but that's a lot of surface area to use the solar panels.
It's a big solar panel.
And if it stores the same way as an awning, then you still have a lot of roof space.
Yeah, what would you put on the roof?
But it still works as an awning?
A chair, like a lawn chair.
Yeah. Sunbathing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I've seen Lindsay do yoga on top of RVs. Why? I mean,
Why not sunbathing, right? Yeah,
So-
I don't know. Solar panels are a thing.
yeah. So the awning itself is solar panels.
Oh, I wasn't
Ah.
here for that.
It is,
And it
was
rolls
very
up?
Cool.
It folds up accordion style.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an awning.
Mm-hmm. Mostly, yes.
Mostly, it's solar panels.
Yeah. So
Right, but it's
it gives
an
you
awning.
shade.
It does give you some shade.
Right.
It isn't complete shade, but
So you've
Okay.
been in backyards that had the wood structures, the pergola thing that has the slats. Well, depending on the
So
angle of the
it's, yeah,
sun,
panels
it
that roll
completely
out.
blocks the sun. But if the sun's directly overhead, you still get little bit lines of sun, right? It's going to have that effect.
Anyway, solar is one of the big things that people still, I mean,
Yep.
we put on so much solar here, and now manufacturers are starting to do it too. I mean, it's a thing. Gives you options.
So the next one came up a lot. My first few years here, this was a big deal because we were heavily selling those little generators, which I still love. The little suitcase inverter generators, they are fantastic. I use them actually more often than not at the ranch. I power all kinds of stuff with it, with mine. However, the small ones are not big enough to get rooftop AC started. So this thing here gets brought up a lot. The AC soft start mechanism.
Because what happens with ACs is that they get this big spike in power to start,
Right.
and then they level out.
Yep.
So this new thing came on the market a few years ago called a soft start, and now air conditioners, a few of them are starting to incorporate them in their air conditioners, but they're still, the majority of them out there don't have it. So one of the mods we see a lot is an AC soft start.
Yep.
Because it allows you to,
Use a smaller generator.
use a smaller generator, and pop breakers when your AC comes on if it's super hot and you've got other things running.
Right.
It just, and a lot of the soft starts are being put on some of the quieter air conditioners too.
Yep. Yeah.
So you just get all of this new AC stuff.
Okay, what's the next one?
Water filtration systems.
Like what I have on my sink at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a filter or even reverse osmosis. That'd be kind of wasteful for camping. Reverse osmosis uses a lot of water to filter your water. But if it's just filtration, yeah, we're seeing a lot of those installed.
Yeah, a lot of that is just permanently installed. Now, we always tell people about like the water filter that you can add on your hose on the outside.
The inline one.
Yeah.
Yeah, campground water's gross.
It just is gross. So there's everything from the basic level that you put on the outside to really big systems that you can still put on the outside. But we do a lot of mods where we build it in under the counter. So if you have a trailer with enough space, you can install that, and it's just canisters that you replace.
Yeah.
And then you get filtered water coming out of the spout. It's pretty cool.
If you're just joining us, welcome to Friday Live with the RV Small Talk team. And tell us where you're watching from, who you are, where you're watching from. If you are camping this weekend, give us an update on where you're camping and what the weather situation is.
And if there are any alligators.
Which there were last weekend where I was camping.
I know.
It was so cool.
Really? Was it cool to watch? Did you see them everywhere? Or
You know what?
One stray.
That state park has a nature science center for kids and all that, so they had baby alligators in it. So there were baby alligators there. We only saw one close to the campground, the one that you saw the video of.
Yeah, you posted it online, so
It was
that's
a big
how I
one.
know
It was
there
about
was a
10 foot long.
It was huge.
But I, from where I saw the guys fishing in their boats across and all that, I suspect they were on the other side of the lake, because where the fishermen are being successful, oftentimes the alligators are as well.
Also being successful.
Awesome. I don't want to be in a boat fishing with all those alligators.
But you grew up in Houston.
I know, but not with alligators.
What?
I mean,
In Houston?
I was
in a
–
city.
literally 2 houses away from Buffalo Bayou, but I was not afraid of alligators there. Alligators weren't the problem. It was water moccasins.
Yeah, I grew up
So-
with both.
That's what I was scared to death of. That and copperheads. Not rattlesnakes, copperheads. Copperheads and water moccasins. So, I don't know.
No, we definitely had all those in Victoria, Texas, and lots of alligators if you went to the creeks and all that.
I
I've
guess
told y'all
they-
before, anywhere I was canoeing or jet skiing or water skiing, there were also alligators every time.
Well, I guess the ship channel saved Houston coming in the port. Okay, what else? If you have a water filtration system, water is a big problem when you're camping. If it gets cold,
Sure is.
we are adding a lot of flow systems.
Hey,
Oh
heading to
yay,
Terlingua
Dana! Heading out there to Terlingua. Well, that
for the
will
new
be
camp rally
so,
in
so
your
fun.
Taking
Intech.
your Intech to Mandy's rally? Did you get what?
It's just gonna roll
Cool.
in.
I thought about going,
You're such a
but I
rebel.
just don't have the time, I don't think. But then we'd have 2 Intex there. We would slowly take over. Hee hee hee.
No.
That's funny stuff. Flow system for winterizing. You know, winterizing is not that difficult, but sometimes the system components are a little bit inconvenient to get to.
Right.
Maybe it's just not the easiest thing to access, or it puts you in a weird position and you throw your back out and all that. So a flow system is a way to get everything accessible and it makes sense and it's just easy.
Well,
I
I got distracted because I saw a comment up there saying my coffee will be there.
Is that Mike?
So it must be Mike.
No, I don't know. I think it's still Gary.
Man.
But it could be Mike. But I think it's Gary. But it could be Mike.
Gary's coffee's going to be in Terralingua?
Well,
No. Mike's coffee. Mike, is that you? Anyway, yes, what he said was exactly right. So if you guys hate winterizing and it makes you nervous and you just want a super simple way to do it, the flow system is pretty cool.
it's Mike. I's wrong.
Of course it's
I
Mike.
sit corrected.
So it's really just a nice, easy way to winterize your system. So we do a lot of that here. That's a mod that a lot of people are starting to add, especially after Snowmageddon here.
So let's move into the digital. So this is one that a lot of the single dudes like to add to their campers. Wi-Fi.
What?
They're out camping looking for an outdoorsy girl to bring into their life, and they can forever camp together. They're looking for a wifey.
I got
I'll scoot over some.
Lindsay is out on that one. Okay.
We'll hand deliver to the
Bye.
Smokies next month. Mike, I don't live in the Smokies. My coffee won't get here, like the last time it didn't get here.
Well, end of April, you can deliver to Bandera, to our rally.
So
We would love to have you and your coffee. So, yeah, the Wi-Fi is something that everybody's looking for, and we see all different things that people want to add.
Right.
So,
Right. I mean, there's Wi-Fi extenders, there's cellular extenders, and then
Yep.
you can combine the two depending on your components, or you have a cellular extender that you can distribute through Wi-Fi. It's a mess.
you know, that's still a really unsorted out problem for a lot of people in their head, because they're
Well-
like, I need to have cell coverage, or I need to be able to get on. And do you want to just look at Facebook on your phone? And then that's a whole different thing as to whether you need Wi-Fi to work with, or if you are editing videos, or, I mean, there's a million ways to look at this, but there is a lot of gear out there, and we see a lot of people
solutions.
coming in looking for a solution for that. So if you need a solution, you should call and chat, because there's too much for us to go through here. But yeah, big mod that you can do on a camper
Yeah.
to make things more accessible.
Okay.
What about just music? What if you just want great music?
We have definitely had our guys work on upgrading their sound system, installing more components, doing dual zone and tri zone if their camper didn't come with it, install sound bars, just do their whole setup with the Roku system and all that, because they
Right.
may not be technical enough to make it all work. They just want it to work when they push power, and that's very fair, very doable.
Right. Well, I mean, then that kind of how everything is. That is what so much of this is we want our campers to be convenient.
I
So-
love my Wi-Fi. There you go. See, I wasn't off with my joking.
Well, not with Mike, no.
Mike and I get it.
So, and then we talked about upgrading the AC and the thermostat. You know, we talked about that a little bit with Soft Start. People upgrade that.
Mm-hmm.
They upgrade ACs.
The nice thing about the thermostats these days is that you can have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi capabilities, much like you do at home. So do it from your phone or check in on it. If you have Wi-Fi in your trailer, you can also check in on your camper settings while you're away, maybe in town or running about. Maybe you have your dog chilling in the AC. You can crank it down.
All
for
those
him.
cool little things that you can add so that you have an app for it.
Yep.
Yeah, that has become the thing, hasn't it? You want to see what's happening on your phone and control everything on your phone. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think a lot of people are doing it, but people still have questions because they feel like there's something really tricky about doing it. You know?
Right.
And there's nothing tricky. It's not hard. Download the app. It says lights and you move the bar
Right.
up and down.
Right.
So that stuff it's out there now.
One thing that we see here is, yes, a lot of the trailers and truck campers are pre-wired or come with a camera already installed, but there are other camera systems that you can upgrade with more features. And then it's not hard to upgrade to side cameras as well on your rig. So you could have just a bunch of cameras. The nice thing about it is it doesn't just help when you're driving forward or backing up and parking, but it's almost a security system, a monitoring system that you can have going at any time, whether you're inside or away from storage or something.
A lot of people like the side ones too, because you can see better when you're backing up. But when you're going down the highway, if you have a blind spot there, you can see on the side.
Yes.
And not just one on the very back. You get to see everything all around. They're really sophisticated now, and it's not as expensive as I thought it would be to add all those.
Our display for I think it's a Furrion display. I'm looking at it, but I can't read it because it's too far away.
Yes, it says Furrion.
That's a pretty cool system, particularly with how the side cameras work.
Yeah. So you can have more than one camera, and then you just take the monitor inside, and you can see all around your trailer when you're inside. I think that's super cool.
Yep. And then, of course, you hear about lithium batteries. I don't know that we need to rest here that long because that happens just so much.
Yeah, a lot of lithium
A
batteries.
weird one that I heard, and it kind of makes sense, is people installing headphone jacks near where they sit, usually when they're watching TV, so they can watch their show and not disturb their spouse,
Okay.
significant other, their dog.
I have to say, I do my best not to laugh when people say, yeah, I really like this one because there's a TV here and a TV there, and that way, you know, we might want to watch different shows, or I might want to go to sleep while you stay up and watch
That
TV.
conversation happens a lot.
A lot, and I'm like, guys, you are 15 feet apart. What are you thinking? You're not going to hear the TV? What?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
And so if you install headphone jacks
Then
in
you
the
put your
exact right
headphone on.
place, you just pop in your earbuds and camp.
And you put your headphones on to watch
Hey,
TV.
Clint,
Uh-huh.
I
we
don't
don't
know.
yuck other people's yum.
Well, we can chuckle though.
But
right?
we are allowed to. You're yucking my yum
Can
right
chuckle.
now.
I'm yucking your
Yeah,
yum.
you're totally yucking my yum. So, but we can't say that definition doesn't make sense to me.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
And
true.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I might want to sleep late. Your trailer's only 20 feet long. You can sleep late, but that other person better be like quiet as a mouse, or you're both gonna wake up.
Our lithium battery is built into our new F-150. Cool.
Hey, that
Did you
Very
end up with
cool.
one of the new super F-150s that has that generator capacity and all that?
apparently, because why else would you have that?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
very cool. We should do a podcast on that.
There we go. Yep, got it.
We
I'm
totally
interested.
should.
I need to get someone nearby. Mike, you can always come nearby, but I need to check out one of those new F-150s.
All right, so
cool.
would you mind driving by, Mike? I mean, on your way to the Smokies. I get it that you're going to Mandy's rally,
I really
which is very
like
cool.
mine,
But
but
just swing by. You don't mind.
I like my F-150, and now that it's paid off, I like it a lot. But
Yeah.
I also like checking out the gizmos.
And that just happened this week, right?
Yeah. So, took me 2 years, but got it paid off.
So, hey guys, what cool things do you put on your camper that are just more decoration and more just useful? What do you have? We know what we see here.
Yeah.
Things like, I mean, we see units come in here that are totally decaled up, or that they
Graphics and
have extra graphics or their own graphics.
Stickers
No.
of places they've been.
Yeah, all kinds of things. We see more useful things like different steps that fold up, or
Shower head.
heads. Yep, that's a big thing. I like the countertop extensions, especially with smaller trailers, because who wouldn't need some more countertop?
It almost feels mandatory in some of the size trailers we work
Yes,
with. It's like,
true.
why didn't you put that on there?
And
Yeah.
I actually stayed at someone's house this last weekend, and they had, just like, you know, community places have, where they had shampoo and conditioner and probably some body wash on the little thing on the wall, so it was all built in
Right.
with a pump.
Right.
And I thought, what a great thing to have for a guest room. And it was all built in right there. I felt like I was like,
Or your trailer.
you know, at the
Yeah.
Omni or something.
Right.
And so people do that in their trailers all the time, just because you don't have to worry about bringing more things. It's always right there. And you don't have to have a place to put it. It isn't sitting on the floor or whatever.
It just
I think
works.
that is just a nice, easy, maybe not decorative, but useful.
Yeah. Let's see. There's one that makes you go say what a few times. Adding new outside access doors
Or inside access doors.
or inside access doors.
Yeah.
To storage.
We get those, and we order a cabinet door from the manufacturer, and then we cut a hole under the bed and add the cabinet door so that they don't have to lift up the bed. They just want to open it up. And animals too. A lot of times people want a different access for, like, that could be their cat box under the bed and all the cat bed and all that stuff, and whatever it is, they want just an opening there.
Yeah.
So we do some mods like that. It's really cool to see what people dream up.
Yeah. One that happens pretty often is that sink faucet. A lot of the trailers have the low one at the kitchen sink, and it's like, maybe, but we're so used to the high faucet and with the handle that you can
Yeah.
extend.
It's true.
And
Upgrading the faucet.
sewer hose storage. I think that's probably what I've seen the most of, especially at the rallies. Is I
Right.
can't fit the sewer hose in here, so I zip tied this onto this.
Right.
Yeah, why do they have those little bitty sewer
You can
hose
only get this
holders?
little bitty, like 4-foot section of
Nothing
hose.
fits in there.
Right.
Like nothing fits in there.
Yeah.
So why?
So that you get to make your own.
Yeah.
It's one of the things manufacturers do that I just don't understand. Maybe that could be one of our chats, is why do they do this? It makes no sense. That is one of the things that makes no sense.
I feel
to
like
me.
we've done that.
Well,
I remember that
I don't
discussion.
know. I still have a list of
Or
things
it
in
was
my
like,
head.
yeah, things we want them to change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, any other
don't
thoughts?
know.
Any other
What
thoughts
have you guys done on
that
yours?
you've modded, that you've considered modding on your rig? I mean, people upgrade stuff all the time. You know, different fan, upgrade that, different AC, different jacks. You know, we've talked about a lot of the upgrades.
Tires.
Different racks inside for spices and
Oh, there's
shoe
always the
storage.
storage thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, RV people are so smart about how to use storage. Whether it's adding shelves, or they put little cubbies places, or take cabinet doors off because they're in the way and put nets on it,
Or
or
finding the exact right size bin for the like little
Right.
cabinets.
Right.
yep.
Or making the exact right size bin.
This is true.
Or taking everything out from the inside and just hanging hammocks up all over it.
Yeah, hammocks on the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
netted hammocks for carrying stuff.
People.
You see that?
Might be a hammock day.
shoe racks on the side,
Mhm.
on the wall, those pull-out drawers
Yep.
from cabinets or outside compartments, all kinds of storage,
Yeah.
all kinds of cool things that people do. So that was our list. You guys didn't help us with our list much today, but
We still love you.
yeah, we do, and we're glad you're here, and we're glad we got to say, "Hey."
That's what I said.
It
Hey.
isn't what you said, but it's what he meant to say.
Hey.
It's what he meant to say. I promise.
All right. Well, I need to get them back to work. I don't know what I'll do, but I need to make them do stuff. I'm not
I'm
the boss
on it.
here.
It's rally season, so everybody's going to rallies. So if you're not going to a rally, look one up and join the tribe because it's tons of fun. The next 2 months, there is a lot of rallies going on, and I hope you guys find one.
Yep. Okay, everybody. We will catch up with you next week. We'll have a podcast out. We have a new podcast out. It was released last night. And then we'll do more of this coming up next week. So stay tuned, and we will see you next time.